Welcome back, Warriors. I'm Rosalie.
And I'm Landon.
This is our first C-Town Live special edition of the year.
And welcome back to school as we talk about news that happened in the first month of the school year.
I know we are all super excited to be back in school.
I know I am.
We know students are excited to be back, but what about teachers?
That's a good question, Rosalie. Lucky for us, our good friend Boone has the inside scoop.
Take it away, Boone.
Alrighty, Mr. Deep, what's one fun thing you did over the summer this year?
Well, one fun thing that I did over the summer this year is I like to compete over the summer. So I competed in the Scottish Highland Games, and probably the highlight was winning the state championship in the over 50 division. So I was excited to do that over the summer.
But I was able to kind of relax at my parents' house. I had what I called a staycation at their house for a little bit. Because like the school year last year was just kind of super crazy, and so it was just really fun to be able to like hang out with them a little bit. And I kind of read a book, and I read other stuff, and then watched some tennis on my iPad, and just kind of went for walks with my mom and hung out with them. And so it was very relaxing, and it was kind of a nice way to catch up with them.
Oh my gosh, there were so many, but the best thing I did was to go to my happy place, which is on the chain of lakes on my boat. Loved it. It was a great summer for it.
I am looking forward to the boys cross country team winning the Center State Conference Division I championship. Hopefully that's going to happen.
Well, I'm really excited this year to start the Kindness Closet. It'll be a place where students can go and get anything that they need, from clothing to food to school supplies. If you need it, we can help you and we'll make sure you have it.
Just seeing all of the students and getting back in a routine and having some fun in the classroom.
Well, this year I know it's going to be a great year, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating all the big and small moments with my current students and my former students from last year, along with my colleagues. So it's going to be a great year.
Thank you so much for the inside scoop, Boone.
Who knew teachers were so excited to come back to school?
I certainly didn't.
So I'm excited to be back because I get to see my friends, like Landon, every day.
Shut up, Ron. I'm excited to be back because of all the extracurricular activities I'm a part of, like student council.
Speaking of student council, let's start off talking about the big event that everyone looked forward to when the school year starts up again.
Homecoming! Homecoming, like always, was a huge success.
There were loads of activities during homecoming weekend that Chloe and I checked out for everyone.
What have you guys got to say about homecoming?
Homecoming weekend was a huge success, starting with the pep rally on Friday.
Girls soccer played field hockey in a sports swap, football and boys soccer got to ride tricycles, and cross country went against tennis and tic-tac-toe.
There was also a 21-7 win for the seniors during Powder Puff.
Homecoming sports games were up and running as well.
Some highlights from the home game include a 3-1 win from the girls field hockey team over Port Byron, and the boys soccer won against Adirondack 6-1.
The football game had an amazing turnout as well, with both the pep band and cheerleaders there to hype up our neon audience.
Other homecoming festivities included the Sport Booster food trucks, the bonfire, and of course the dance.
Let's see what students at the dance had to say about homecoming weekend. Take it away, Chloe.
Thanks for such an amazing weekend, Warriors.
What is something that you look forward to the most during homecoming weekend?
All the people dancing and laughing and just being with friends. Probably the food, being with your friends, and dancing.
Probably I would say the bonfire and the food trucks. Yeah, I would say the bonfire. Yeah, one of the highlights of it.
I always look forward to hanging out with my friends, whether it's at the dance or at all the different sports games over the weekend.
I would say probably watching Gabe Bellamy play football on Saturday. You know, he's a beast on the field. He's a natural athlete, and I just can't wait to see what he does.
Besides all the cool stuff at homecoming, sports were up and running for homecoming as well. What's going on with sports, Landon?
Thank you very much, guys. Starting with our cross country team. The girls are 6-2 with wins over Owen D. Young, Hamilton, and others. And the boys are 8-2 with wins over Westmoreland, Mount Markham, and a few other schools. The girls tennis team is having a great year with a 5-1 record with wins over Little Falls, Sequoia Valley, and Westmoreland. The girls field hockey team is having a near perfect season with an 11-1 record with wins over Whitesboro, Little Falls, Point Byron, and ESM, along with a few others. The girls and boys varsity soccer teams are off to a slow start this season, but have been picking it up in the past couple of games. The girls have a record of 4-6-1 with wins over Adirondack, Utica Academy of Science, and Canastota. The boys also have a win over UAS and 2 against Adirondack, but carry a record of 5-6 after their win over Sequoia Valley and Canastota. These records are accurate up until the date of 9/30. Now, to hear from the man who is helping all of our sports teams this season by scheduling our games, making sure our teams get the resources we need to compete, and making sure things are safe on and off the field for our athletes. I would now like to turn to an interview with the new athletic director, Mr. Waskowitz himself. Thank you, guys. How excited are you to be back in the district teaching here?
I'm thrilled to be back here at Clinton. I have a lot of positive memories, moments we had here at Clinton. So I was happy to return. It feels like coming home.
Why did you kind of touched on how you're saying it kind of feels like coming back home, but what are some other reasons why you came back to be the athletic director and leave behind being a principal, like just the complete position switch up?
Sure. So I love being a school building principal. I was a building principal at Morrisville Eaton for 3 years, but the opportunity to return here to Clinton and then to have the opportunity to have a positive impact on athletics. I enjoyed at Clinton, my involvement in extracurricular and activities outside of the classroom. And so I wanted to have a positive impact on that here returning. So I did at Morrisville as well. I was very involved with athletics, enjoyed seeing the students outside of the classroom participating in sports and the extracurriculars.
So, but the athletic director position is a bit different now. There's a kind of new title to it. So tell us about kind of what's new about your position.
Okay, so what's new is that in addition to athletics, it's safety and wellness. So it's Director of Athletics, Safety and Wellness for the district. Mm-hmm. So that involves having our district safety plans approved, building level plans approved, working with elementary, middle, and high school and collaborating on that, and then wellness as well. A big hit we took with the pandemic is the social emotional well-being of our students and teachers and faculty and staff. So the wellness part is also important, and it connects with athletics as well, because if we're out there moving around, we're exercising, we're going to feel better overall.
So speaking of COVID, how do you plan on kind of bringing students back to games where we had that limited attendance and now it's like doors are wide open?
Yeah, I'm going to use the morning show for sure. I think if we can celebrate our accomplishments on the field or on the court, promote them on the morning show. Also, pep rallies, right? We have one coming up tomorrow to gain that school spirit again. Trying to arrange games, special senior nights, when we have a game for a special cause, to make sure that we have other sports teams available to attend, so supporting one another. And I talked about that with the coaches at the beginning of the season, is each team supporting each other, right? We play different sports, but we're a family as athletic community. So if we can, the more and more we can promote our athletic events within our school community and the Clinton community to get that participation, I think is going to benefit overall school spirit.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Waskowitz. It's nice coming down and having a chat with you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad Mr. Waskowitz is back at Clinton, and he's doing a great job as the new athletic director.
So we had sports, the bonfire, the dance. What else was there during homecoming week?
The club fair!
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
Several clubs like Positivity Project, OVA Art Club, Science Olympiad, Student Council, GSA, and D&D Club, and Model UN all advertised themselves for the freshmen and sophomores to show what clubs the school has to offer.
Hopefully everyone found a club they liked or were interested in so that the clubs can get more members.
That's all for the bigger news in the school, but what's going on in the community?
The farmers market and the cider mill are both up and running, which is exciting.
Right. Hudson went out to show us what was happening at the farmers market. How is it, Hudson?
Hi, my name is Hudson Daughtry, and on today's segment of Seatown Live, we are here at the farmers market right here in Clinton, where vendors come every Thursday to sell whatever items their business specializes in. Today we are going to be interviewing a few vendors before the Clinton Farmers Market goes away until next year on October 6th. So make sure you can come out while you still can. So what is your name and what does your business specialize in?
My name is Allie Healy and I'm the co-owner of Post Street Farm, and we specialize in organic produce and cut flowers.
Okay. What is one thing that you specifically like about this farmers market here in Clinton?
This farmers market is our best farmers market. We consistently perform really well here, and just the community support is the best. Everyone looks forward to us every week, and we miss it in the winter because we don't get to connect with the community. But I think just the community support is really great here.
So first, what is your name and what does your business specialize in?
I'm Susie Jones from Jones Family Farm, and we are a diversified farm, which means we do a couple different things. We do cheese, chickens for meat and eggs, and we do gelato.
Secondly, what's one specific thing that you like about the farmers market here in Clinton?
I love that people come and grocery shop here. I really love that they come with their grocery lists and they're planning their meals. I love that.
First, what is your name and what does your business specialize in?
So my name is Maria Macrina, and our business is the Cremeria Gelato Shop, specializing in making gelato fresh made every day.
All right. And secondly, what is one specific thing that you like about the farmers market here in Clinton?
I love how community oriented it is. It brings everybody together. It's a reason to visit with friends and to see people you probably haven't seen in a while, and it just brings people together, and it supports local products, which is wonderful.
Thank you to all the vendors that we interviewed today, and make sure you stop by the Clinton Farmers Market before October 6th. Now back to the studio.
I love the farmers market. It's so cool seeing so many local vendors in one spot. Speaking of local vendors,
I could really use some cider and a donut.
Me too. Let's send Haley over to check it out for us.
Here at the cider mill, I got to talk to Ben and interview him about the history and the inner workings of the cider mill that we all love.
The Clinton Cider Mill was first built in 1927. It was built specifically to house the press that we use every weekend. The press is from the 1880s, but it was installed here in 1927, so it's been 95 years this year. We're open from the end of August to the end of November. So we have several different off-season pop-up events that we do. I think this last year we did one before Christmas, we did one in January, one in March. Maybe it was February and March. So we did like 4 off-season events last year. So we have little pop-up events where we sell frozen product and we sell new products that we're kind of test launching that we're hoping to introduce for the season. And then we do a ton of maintenance. So yeah, the front part of the building, which we're sitting in front of now, this is the original part that was built in 1927. And so at the start of it, it was just, everybody bring your apples, we'll grind them up, put them in a jug and give them back to you in the form of cider. In 1975, the building was pushed back and it was a production area, but also a large freezer and an even larger refrigerator. The refrigerator is 30 feet by 30 feet by 30 feet. So we actually, at one point, were storing a friend's car in there in the off season. It's big enough. The freezer holds a lot of our pies before we bake them. And we also use that in the off season to freeze product at the end of the year. It takes about 35 apples to make a gallon of cider. And on a good weekend, let's see, we'll go through about maybe 30 to 50,000 apples in a weekend. Yeah, it depends on the variety and how busy we are. We get apples locally. They're all New York State apples, most of them very local. A lot of them right here in Clinton. Some in some neighboring towns like Westmoreland or New Hartford, and then we get some that we bring in from the Finger Lakes region as well. But we have a lot of local people that we work with that do a lot of our sort of different product lines. So for example, we have someone who does all of our pot pies and most of our fruit pies for us. We have someone who just a second ago was here delivering local honey. We have someone who brings in jarred goods for our applesauces and salsas and that sort of thing. So we work with a lot of really good people to do as local as we can with the products that we produce and provide. Yeah. So they usually starts between 6 and 7. I come over and turn on some of the machinery. The ovens have to be turned on early, the donut machine, the hot cider. Get that all ready so that when we come in at about 7:30 or 8, it's all ready to produce donuts and to start putting cookies or pies in the oven. We open shop at 10. By that point, we've got apples brought out, we've got donuts on the shelves, we've got cookies and things ready to go. And then we open till 6 every day, Sundays 5, but nobody here does just one thing, and a lot of us do a lot of things over the course of the week or any given day, but it's always interesting and exciting. Oh, we see probably a dozen or two kids in here on any given lunch. After school, we actually see a lot more kids on their, between school and practice, or if they have like a cross-country meet or a football game or something. So we'll see more people after school than we do during lunches these days. In home games and home matches and stuff, we always see kids in like other school uniforms, and I tell them good luck, but secretly I want Clinton to win. So. I think if I were to say the three best things about working here, the first one would be that we have just such really great loyal fans, I guess you could call them. People who come here sometimes daily, some people, but whether it's the kids who come here at lunch from the high school or the college kids who come down off the hill to get our donuts and soups and whatnots, or just the kind of locals who come in here on a regular basis on their way home from work to grab dinner or dessert. People are really great to us, and it's nice to work at a place where people are excited to come in and do stuff.
Now I had to ask the most important question. Plain or cinnamon sugar?
Definitely cinnamon sugar, unless it's hot, and then I'll do plain. Really good to have a plain donut with a cup of coffee.
I'll be sure to go over after the cider mill whenever I have a home game.
Same. I'm going to lose all my money.
I already have. That's all for our first C-Town Live special edition. Thank you for tuning in.
And make sure to check out our next one when it comes out.
Bye, Warriors!